Hello, this is my video on how to make a Google form assessment for our final fraction project here. So if you have chosen this, pay attention. I've got a few important reminders and suggestions for you. So the first thing you're going to do, obviously, is to open up a new Google form. So in Google Drive, you can go up to here, or you can go over to the Waffle and Google Apps. It should be in either place, so I'll just go here. It's right there, so Google Forms. And it's going to open one up for you. And first thing you probably want to do is give it a title so you know what it's called and know what to look for and how and you can easily share it with people. Second thing you want to do is go up here to the settings and make this a quiz so that you can give feedback. So if you go to quizzes and just click on make this a quiz, and then you hit save and you're all set with that. Okay, so I've already started one, so I'm gonna get rid of that and just go to the one that I already started here. I see I already have a title, adding and subtracting fractions. I have the title up here, adding and subtracting fractions example. You can see mine is blue and not purple. If you want to change that, just go up to the palette here and just choose a different color. I chose blue because I like the way it looks. So, and then you're ready to start making your questions. I've got one question here. What is the sum of 3/4 and 2/5? I chose to make it multiple choice. If you don't want to make a multiple choice, I would suggest short answer. Those are the two ones that make the most sense for math. So I made mine multiple choice, and I've got my 4 choices here. Obviously, for you, you would have actual answers, not just generic answer A, B, C, D. Okay. Something else you want to make sure you do is make sure that this required button is highlighted. So when I clicked it again, this is how it's going to be to start. So you want to click it so that it'll turn the same color of your theme. So you see how mine turned blue because my background is blue. So that's how you know it's a required question. And then answer key, you want to make sure that you give feedback. So, oh, answer B is a correct choice. So I'm going to choose answer B. I'm going to highlight it. It gives a little green check mark. And then there's a done. You can also give feedback if you want to give a suggestion on, hey, don't forget to make common denominators or, multiply by one whole. You can do that. Okay. So make sure when you make it a quiz that you make it required and then you give us an answer key, whether it's for multiple choice or for another one. When you want to add a second question, just go to this circle with a plus. It says add question. It's going to give you a blank question template. So how many fourths are equivalent to, I'll just type in numbers, 1/2, okay? So how many fourths are equivalent to 1/2? So that's a different way of asking a question about equivalent fractions. And again, you can make it multiple choice, and here you can add options, and as you add more, it'll add more. I would stick to 3 or 4. If you want to make it a different one, make it short answer. Don't forget to make it required and to make an answer key. Okay, so a correct answer would be 2. So because 2/4 is equivalent to 1/2, right? So I'm going to put done here. Now, if you want to make this kind of fun and fancy and make it like a breakout where the person can't move on to the next section without getting the last question right, here's what you need to do. Make sure that the question that you're on is a short answer. Okay, there might be a way of doing a multiple choice. I don't know of that, so I know how to do a short answer. So make sure it's short answer, and then go down here to the snowman, the 3 dots, and go to response validation. Okay, so you have a couple options here. It's going to by default say number, and you don't want to make it greater than. You want to make it only one answer, so you want to make it equal to, because there are a lot of numbers greater than 2, right? So then make sure that you put in a number answer. So we need to make it 2. And what else is important is this where it says custom error text. That's so if the person gets it wrong, you have a message for them. Because if you don't, it's going to tell them the right answer, and then that kind of defeats the purpose. So it's something simple, nope, keep trying. Something like that is all that you need to do. You can make it as fun, make sure it's as kind, right? But as fun as you want it to be. Now the question is all set. So how many fourths are equivalent to 1/2? I have my correct answer of 2. I have remember it's that response validation right there. So that's the number equal to 2. And then my important custom error text, I think it's called. So to make it a new section, just go to this very last one where it says add section. Okay, and it's going to actually give you a new section. So if I want to title that, I just title them, number them, so section 2. And now I can make a new question again by hitting this add question button. So, what fraction is equivalent to 3/4? And then I'll make a multiple choice. So I would give, a few options here, and I'm just doing them off the top of my head. I'm not really paying attention to what I'm putting here. I'll put a right answer just to make sure there's at least one right answer. Okay, not one right answer, only one right answer. So again, make sure I have an answer key. So 6/8 is equivalent. I can add feedback if I want. And I also want to make sure that it is a required question. Okay. If you want to make another breakout idea of, okay, can't move on to the next section, well, then make sure that this isn't multiple choice. Make sure it's short answer. And then you would do the response validation, and you see when it's multiple choice, that's not an option, right? So you want to make sure that this is short answer, and then you can do it. All right. If at any point you want to check on how it looks, go up to this eyeball where it says preview. And the cool thing is it will actually let you kind of take the quiz, so to speak. So what is the sum? I'm just going to choose one. I don't think it's right. Doesn't matter. Then how many fourths are equivalent to 1/2? So I'm going to put a wrong answer here to show you what happens. So 8. And then I say, all right, on to the next section. Oh, I'm not right. So now it has that breakout idea of, oh, I better get this right if I'm going to move on. So 1. Oh, okay. Oh, look. When I put the right answer in, it lets me move on on to the next section. Okay, and obviously this is my last question because that's where I ended. So when I'm done, you will see the submit button, whatever. Okay, so make sure if you're going to do this that you have at least one question covering all the topics on that sheet. And good for you for choosing this option because it's definitely a little more challenging, but I also think it's going to be really worth your while. And I hope that you enjoy doing it. Thank you for watching.